There was a man named Mr. Obani, a small-time trader with big uncontrollable desires. Even though he could barely feed his family, he dreamed of taking a second wife. This was despite the fact that he already had 6 children and his wife had to stay long hours at the shop while he drove a taxi at night just to support their home. But discipline was something he never learned. One day, he met a young woman whose mother ran a small roadside bucateria. Before long, he started dating her. And while his own family lived in a modest 3-bedroom apartment where his son slept on mats because only 2 rooms had proper beds, he somehow found the money to rent a fully furnished, self-contained apartment for his new woman. He took her everywhere in his car. Neighbors had even seen her in the front seat like a legitimate wife. Sometimes, when his real wife was away, he smuggled her into their family home. Then came one unforgettable Sunday. The whole family was supposed to go to church. His wife left earlier because she sang in the choir. Mr. Obani and the children were to follow later. But suddenly, he stepped out and told the children he was going to see a friend nearby. They waited. Some even fell asleep. But instead of seeing a friend, he went to see his second wife. And that was when his world turned upside down. When he opened the door of the apartment he paid for, he found her in bed with another man. He didn't shout. He didn't fight. He just turned around quietly. He walked down the street, found some laborers at the construction site, paid them instantly, and led them straight to the apartment. Within seconds, the door was broken. Everything he bought, the mattress, the furniture, the electronics, was dismantled and carried away. And so there he was, marching in front, laborers behind him carrying a whole house worth of property, walking 2 kilometers back to his family home. When his children saw him and a crowd of men behind him carrying sofas, a television, sound system, blender, mattress, they were confused. The laborer dropped everything and left. Mr. Abani turned to his children and simply said, "Carry everything inside." Suddenly, the boys finally had a real bed. The kitchen had a new blender. The living room had a better TV, a decoder, a sound system, and new furniture. They never made it to church that day. By the time their mother returned from service, she was surprised to see a house filled with new items. And her husband, the same man who used to disappear every Sunday, is standing in the kitchen preparing a special meal for the family. What explanation did he give her? No one knew. He never spoke about it, and the children never asked. But one thing was certain. That Sunday was the day their mothers received victory without lifting a finger, a day they would never forget.